Welcome back to another video. My name is Lori. I am here with my little buddy Lumpy, and today we are going to go over my top 10 items for $10 or less that will help you with your reselling business. So I'm going to break this down into two videos. This video is going to be 10 that are $10 or less, and in an upcoming video I'm going to do 10 next level reseller supplies. So these are just kind of the basics. Hold on one second. Somebody mentioned I should have a lumpy cam, so I think we might do that in this video. I don't know where I left off. In today's video, we are going to be going over the top 10 items that are $10 or less that will help you with your reselling business. And in an upcoming video, I will do my top 10 next level reseller supplies, things that cost a little bit more money, like a thermal label printer or maybe a steamer, light boxes and things like that. But let's jump right into today's video, starting with some free supplies. I wanted to grab some of my very favorite mailers from the US Postal Service that I use the most that are all free. You can go on USPS.com and you can order all of your free supplies. So these are the Tyvek envelopes, and what is the size on these, because that's helpful. These are 15 by almost 12 inches, 11 and a half inches, and I can fit even a nice large sweater in this. In many cases, sweatshirts, these are the best and they're super sturdy. So I use these all the time. This is another thing that I need to order off the website, and this is the shoe box. I do sell a lot of shoes. This also fits some smaller boots. This is 7.5 by 5 by 14 and 3/8. This is a fantastic box, and you can order them in bunches of 25 or 50, I believe, and then some others are like $10 and $20 bundles that you can get. This is the padded flat rate envelope. If anything is fragile, I will put it in here. I also use this padded flat rate envelope a lot on eBay. So if I have something that's super heavy, that's going to cost more money to send priority mail on eBay, if I can fit it into a padded flat rate envelope, I can save a little money there. I often use padded flat rate envelopes for denim, because denim can be heavy, but this is 9.5 by 12.5, so it's a little tighter to get things in here. My next favorite box is the medium flat rate box. You can use flat rate boxes on Poshmark. I don't use many flat rate boxes when it comes to eBay shipping, but this medium flat rate box can sometimes fit a small bundle on Poshmark. It's one of my faves. So definitely don't overlook your free supplies from USPS. Now moving on to a couple things that you actually have to pay for, but they are under $10. Next up is a simple lint roller. This is a total essential for my reselling business. I like to use the brand Scotch. I've tried a lot of different brands. Drop in the comments if you have a more affordable lint brush that has worked really well for you. I like the Scotch lint brushes. It's Scotch Brite, I should say. And right now on Amazon, you can get a 5-pack for $19.97. They're also offering a 20% off coupon. Today is April 10th, if you happen to be watching this, 2023. I just get the rolls and pop them onto my little brushes. I keep them up here. I also keep a couple down in my studio where we take photographs and we have bright lights on our items and we can see things. A single use one, it's just $4.81, and then you can buy the refills as needed for your business. Definitely a reseller essential and a great affordable piece for under $10. I'll do my best to link everything in the description, so if you are interested in trying out any of these supplies, most of them I get through my Amazon shop, except of course for the free stuff from USPS. And I think everything that I'm sharing today can be purchased on Amazon or at your local Walmart. The dollar store is a great place to get some of these items, but you definitely don't have to break the bank when you're just getting started. Just sturdy pieces of foam board can act as a backdrop for you. Choose a room that has a lot of natural lighting. If you don't have a ring light, if you don't have a photo box or anything like that. When I first started, I strictly went off of using natural lighting. I am in the process of moving back towards doing a lot of natural lighting. I find that I have to do less editing when I'm using natural lighting, and my customer is getting a really clear photo. Sometimes we can't avoid it. I'm photographing at night. I need my ring lights to help me out, my studio lights. But up here in the room that I film in, I have a lot of windows in here, and we've been coming up and using a very simple hook, removing the background. I use an app called Photo Room that takes the background away, and it's just a very simple process. If you just make your two foam boards connect like this. You can put them right on the floor. You have your white background built in. You can use your natural lighting, and these cost about $1 or $1.25 depending on your local dollar store or stationery supply store nearby. But these are fantastic for when you just need to shoot something simple. Foam board is a really inexpensive way to get clean photographs. All right, another super essential item for reselling is a tape measure. I don't know what I would do without my tape measures. I think I have about 6 or 7. I have them up here. I have them in my studio. They're all over my house. They're very easy to just throw around your neck when you're taking measurements of your items. Never be far from a tape measure when you're a reseller. I find that measuring my items gives my buyer security and it protects me. Whenever I have had a case opened up about fit, if I have included measurements and they are clear, I normally would win a case where a buyer might have a discrepancy on fit. It's just insurance for you, and since we are selling largely pre-owned items, pre-owned clothing, things can shrink in the wash. So buying something new is going to not necessarily fit exactly the way it's going to fit if you're buying it pre-owned. We've had a couple issues recently with measurements where people have argued with our measurements. So we have started to put the tape measure right on the garment to show detail, like this is where the garment is, this is what, the pit to pit chest measurement is, or the length. You can put it right on there. But what happens with the tape measure sometimes when you're taking photographs with it is that it curls and it's flimsy and whatnot. So what we recently bought, and it just came in the mail, which was one of the things that prompted me to want to do this video. In this ginormous box from Amazon, I got a yardstick. A nice, simple wooden yardstick, so that when we are doing measurements, we can put the yardstick right on the garment and it will lie flat. And I think this is going to be a really nice, simple, easy way to do measurements. This cost, I believe, $8.50. There is a little bundle right now. I'm looking on Amazon, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tape measures, and they're all in beautiful spring colors, different colors, for just $3.99. Prime, it can be at your house by tomorrow morning. I'm also curious, do you measure your items? Measuring tape, and now we're just adding a yardstick. I will let you know how we like the yardstick, are essentials for a reseller, in my opinion, and cost under $10. Next up is a sweater shaver, and I almost didn't include this in this video because some of the sweater shavers that I have purchased have been like $13 or $14. I've even spent upwards of $30 on a much higher end sweater shaver, but there are many available in that $10 range, so I wanted to include it in this video. This is just a fantastic way of bringing certain sweaters and garments back to life that other people might pass on in the thrift shop. And if you look and you see that a garment just has some simple pilling and it seems like a sturdy yarn that you can go over with a sweater shaver, it's really worth the investment. I also found the Better sweaters by Patagonia. I don't know if you've had any experience with those, but those over time get super pilly, but it's one of the most gratifying things to sweater shave, because you sweater shave those Patagonias and you bring it back to life. It will make such a difference when you go to sell a garment if it is de-pilled. It also works great between some Lululemon pants. Sometimes, like in between the legs, there's a little bit of pilling. If you go over it lightly, you can really make a difference in the clothes that you're reselling. So it's definitely worth the small investment. I will link some of the $10 ones in the description. I actually purchased a $14 one that is my favorite. This one isn't my favorite, but they have some ones that have thousands of reviews that are like 4.5 stars plus that are just $9.99 on Amazon. So I'll link a few in the description, and I'll also link like the $14 one that I really like the best. But certainly a thing that is an essential tool for your toolkit in your reselling business, that's $10 or less. Next up is something I can't leave home without. I also bring these to the bins with me, but I take baby wipes everywhere. Even though my baby is now 18 years old, these are essential for reselling, in my opinion. I keep them, again, up here where my shipping station is, downstairs where I'm doing intake and looking at items under the light. When Tina looks over things, if something has a small mark on it, we always try with a baby wipe first because they're very gentle. And we use these on shoes all the time. If you're just trying to dust off a pair of shoes, or maybe there's a little mark in the sole, baby wipes are just such a simple cleaning tool, and they're inexpensive. You can get a package of baby wipes for $4. I usually buy them in bulk, but when you're just getting started, if you just want to buy a couple packages, you can probably get 2 packages for under $10, and then I'll order like 6 packs online, and they will last me months and months. Alongside a cleaner like baby wipes is a Tide stick. Tide sticks are great to take with you when you're out thrifting. You can dab it right onto a garment, see if it's a really strong stain, or see if it's something that will come out easily. A 3-pack of Tide sticks on Amazon is less than $8. You can also get a 3-pound tub of Oxy cleaner for $8 and change on Amazon. So there are just so many options for you. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to do a video just about how I clean my items, my shoes, my garments. I feel like there is so much information on cleaning, and I think it's really important for resellers because we are cleaning a lot of stuff in this business. All right, another thing that I find to be an essential for reselling when you're taking your photographs is to have some classy looking hangers. I have been using more wooden hangers recently, but I have a really nice clear acrylic hanger that I think I paid about $8 or $9 for at TJ Maxx. It has a really pretty gold top to it, and then it's clear acrylic, so it kind of disappears in back of the garment, which is really nice. But I have been using a lot of wooden hangers recently. You probably don't even have to buy these. You probably have a wooden hanger in your house somewhere. I also bought these pant and skirt hangers on Amazon. I bought these in bulk, so they were more than $10, but you really only need a couple for your photographs. You can store your items on plastic, more affordable hangers. I use a lot of the velvet hangers to store my things so they're not slipping off the hanger. But when it comes to photographing, I like to photograph with a consistent hanger. So the wooden ones are very simple, very minimalist, very classic, and very inexpensive. You probably have one right in your closet. So definitely a reseller essential. Along with that is just a command hook. You can use a command hook. That's what I did when I first started, when I was in the living room for a very long time before I moved my reselling business down to the basement. I would just hang things on a little clear command hook. Those are super inexpensive as well. Another little tip that I like to share with people, I've shared it many times, is I will put like a piece of, you can use fishing line. I've used like twine before, but I put like a string there. So when I'm hanging my garments, I can just flip the garment on the string. I don't have to take it off and flip it onto the hook. It's hanging from the string, so I can just flip it back and forth, and it makes it really easy when I'm photographing the front and back of a garment. That's just a little tip. If you have some sort of a sturdy string in your house, twine or fishing line all works, and it hangs from your command strip, and then you can just flip it back and forth, and it makes it really easy to photograph. Next up is a fun thing that you can get very creative with and put your own personal style on, and that is thank you stickers. Thank you stickers are abundantly available on Amazon, and most of the time they are like $7.99 or less. I think it's a nice professional way to say thank you in a very simple way. They come in all different shapes and sizes. I more recently bought these horizontal thank yous. They're like a rectangular shape. I recently have been trying to go to a more environmentally friendly way of packaging. I'm not completely there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be completely there, but I really like these flat little paper bags that you can put garments in. And when I flip this over, I find that the little straight thank you sticker works for a nice minimalist, eco-friendly type of packaging, but the circle ones would work on those too. Again, it's a very simple way to say thank you. It makes you feel like you have some nice business supplies. I am in desperate need of updating like business cards and personalized stickers. That is kind of in my next level video where you can get some personalized stickers, but they definitely cost more money and they're definitely not essential. That's more of a branding thing if that's something that you're interested in, but simple thank you stickers are a really inexpensive way to show your customers you care. Okay, and last up is packing tape. Packing tape is your friend when it comes to shipping. I have bought the little packing tape at the dollar store and it has been very bad. Do yourself a favor, look at the reviews before you purchase. And this gun has been fantastic. And funny enough, I've only had this for probably 2 out of the 4.5, 5 years that I've been doing this. I would just use the little plasticky thing that you could snap on to the sides of your packing tape. You can get this for $9.99 on Amazon. Some of them go up to $15. The tape though is, you can buy it separately if you're just getting started, but having a good roll of packing tape to close your boxes really makes your life easier. I think having like the packing gun handle is so much simpler. It moves things really fast. I've jumped around with the brands that I've used, and I think I've settled on a more generic brand on Amazon, and I just reuse the gun over and over. This is Tape King. I'm not sure what I paid for this one, but I will link it in the description for you. Some of the boxes that you get from USPS have self-adhesive, like this medium flat rate box, you just peel off the sticker and go. But for example, the shoe box does not come with a self-adhesive, so you will need your packing tape for that. Again, I will try to link as many of these items as I can in the description for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll be back very soon with my next level video, which shares information about reseller supplies that are more than $10. Thanks so much.